Good morning, children. We'll continue with Shakespeare, page 46. We stopped at line 45. And Bassanio and Antonio have come to Shylock in order to request the loan of 3,000 ducats so that Bassanio can go to Belmont in order to woo Portia. Antonio does not have the ready cash with him. And when Antonio enters the scene, Shylock speaks in an aside. Aside, only the audience can hear. There are other characters on the stage, but they cannot hear. How like a fawning publican he looks. I hate him, for he is a Christian. Publicans were tax collectors, and the Jews hated the tax collectors because they worked for the Roman government, and they used to oppress the Jews sometimes. I hate him, for he is a Christian. There was rivalry between Jews and Christians. Now, the Jews did not accept Jesus as the Messiah at that time. When Jesus had come down to earth, they did not accept him. But more for that, in low simplicity, he lends out money gratis. So the reason why Shylock hates Antonio. 1, because he is a Christian. 2, because he lends out money gratis, means he lends money free of interest and brings down the rate of usance here with us in Venice. That is the third reason. He brings down the rate of interest in Venice. Shylock is a moneylender, and his business suffers when Antonio gives money or loans money free of interest. If I can catch him once upon the hip, I want to get him into my clutches. If I can catch him once upon the hip, I will feed back the ancient grudge I bear him. I have hated Christians for a very long time. With very intense hatred, I hated the Christians. And if I can catch him once upon the hip, if I can get him into my clutches, I will take revenge. I will punish him. I will feed back the ancient grudge I bear him. He hates our sacred nation. The Jews were supposed to be a holy nation because Jesus Christ descended from the Jews. He hates our sacred nation, and he rails even there where merchants most do congregate. Again, another reason. Antonio hates the Jews, and he insults Shylock at the Rialto where merchants gather together, for business transactions. He hates our sacred nation, and he rails even there where merchants most do congregate, means gather together. On me my bargains and my well-won thrift, which he calls interest. I make money by providing loans for people, and because it is my business, I have to take interest. But Antonio gives money free of interest, and he makes fun of Shylock's habit of taking interest. Curse be my tribe if I forgive him. All my tribe will be cursed. All the Jews will be cursed if I forgive him. Shylock, do you hear? I am debating of my present store. I am calculating, I am thinking how much money I have with me. I am debating of my present store. The money which I have kept away, I am just thinking how much I have. And by the near guess of my memory, if I remember correctly, I cannot instantly raise up the gross. It is not possible for me to lend you. This gross means this amount of money, this 3,000 ducats, a full 3,000 ducats. I don't have so much of money with me. What of that? No need to worry about that. Tubal, a wealthy Hebrew of my tribe, will furnish you, provide you. Tubal is Shylock's friend. He is a wealthy Jew, and he will provide the loan. He will furnish me, will provide the loan, will give me the money, But soft, how many months? Soft means I want to confirm. How many months do you desire? To Antonio. Then only he turns to Antonio and says, Rest you fair good Signa. That is, I greet you. Your worship was the last man in our mouths. We were talking about you just before you arrived. Shylock, albeit I neither lend nor borrow by taking nor by giving excess. Antonio says that he is not in the habit of lending money, of taking money, borrowing money, giving money to others, or taking money from others for interest. That is his habit. He will not borrow or lend money for the sake of interest. Albeit I neither lend nor borrow by taking nor by giving excess. Excess there refers to interest. Antonio is not in the habit of taking interest. Yet to supply the ripe wants of a friend, I'll break a custom. The urgent needs of my friend has to be provided and I don't have money with me. So I will break my usual custom. To Bassanio, is he yet possessed? Have you informed him how much you would? I 3,000 ducats and for 3 months. I had forgot 3 months. Shylock is pretending. He wants to take revenge on Antonio and he is trying to get Antonio into his clutches. I had forgot 3 months. You told me so. I remember you told me, but I forgot about it. Well, then you're born. And let me see the bond. But here methought you said you neither lend nor borrow upon advantage. Upon advantage means for the sake of interest. You don't lend money, you don't borrow money for the sake of interest. I do never use it. I am not in the habit of taking interest or giving interest. And Shylock gives an example from the Bible to justify his practice of taking interest. When Jacob grazed his uncle Laban's sheep, this Jacob from our holy Abraham was, as his wise mother wrought in his behalf, the third possessor, he was the third. Now you have Abraham, he was blessed by God. After that his son Isaac was blessed by God. Isaac had 2 sons, Jacob and Esau. Esau was the eldest and he was the favorite of Isaac. Isaac wanted to give him his final blessing. He wanted to bless him. But Rebekah, their mother, wanted Jacob to get that blessing. So she planned something. That is, before Isaac gave the blessing, Isaac told Esau, you prepare a very tasty meat dish and bring it to me, and then I will bless you. Rebekah heard this and she quickly prepared this tasty dish and she asked Jacob to take it to Isaac so that Isaac the father would bless him. Isaac was old, he was a little bit but still he understood, he could not confirm. He said he said that the voice is like Jacob's. The voice is like Jacob's. Jacob pretended to be Esau because he wanted the blessing. But then both Rebekah and Jacob cheated Isaac when he was old, and Jacob got the blessing. So Jacob was the third possessor, third in the line. As his mother wrought in his behalf, the third possessor, he was the third. And what of him? Did he take interest? Did Jacob take interest? No, not take interest, not as you would say. That is not directly, he did not take interest. Mark what Jacob did. When Laban and himself were compromised, compromise means come to an agreement. Laban is the uncle of Jacob, and Jacob worked for Laban. Jacob was a shepherd. He looked after the sheep of Laban because he wanted to marry one of his daughters. When Laban and himself were compromised, when they came to an agreement that all the yearlings which were streaked and pied should fall as Jacob's hire. Jacob and Laban came to an agreement that all the young lambs which were born, all the lambs which were spotted or striped, which had spots or stripes, would belong to Jacob. That all the weanlings is the young lambs, which were streaked and pied, spotted or striped, should fall as Jacob's hire. Laban did not give any money, any wages. He agreed on this condition. This was a way to thrive, and he was blessed. And thrift is blessing if men steal not. According to Shiloh, people can make money as long as they don't steal. Now, Jacob, he cut some branches of the trees, and when these branches of the trees had stripes, and he placed it when the sheep were coming to drink the water from the drinking trough, and when the lambs were born, they were either spotted or striped. So all this belonged to Jacob. And Shylock is giving this example to justify his practice of taking interest. Because he says you can make money as long as you don't steal. Even indirect ways you can make money, but you should not steal. This was a venture, sir, that Jacob served for, a thing not in his power to pass. Now it was not in the power of Jacob to see that the lambs were born striped or streaked, that is spotted or striped. It was the power of God. Only God can decide which color or which color the lambs are to be born, or whether they are to be born striped or spotted. It is only in the power of God. But swayed and fashioned by the hand of heaven means God. It is not within Jacob's power. It was God's hand. Was this inserted to make interest good? Are you quoting this incident from the Bible to justify your practice of taking interest? Was this inserted to make interest good? Are you quoting from the Bible to justify your practice of taking interest? Or is your gold and silver ewes and rams? Or are you comparing your gold and silver to male and female sheep? I cannot tell. I am not sure of that. I make it breed as fast. My money increases just like the sheep. But note me signia. Mark this you Bassanio. Mark you this Bassanio. The devil can cite scripture for his purposes. Sometimes even wicked people make use of holy books, quote from holy books to justify their wickedness. An evil soul producing holy wickedness is like a villain with a smiling cheek. An evil man putting arguments like this, justifying his evil deeds with quotations from holy books, is like a villain with a smiling cheek. A person who is smiling, but in his heart he is planning evil. He is planning wicked things. Outwardly he is friendly, he smiles, but in his heart he is planning wicked things. A goodly apple rotten at the heart. Sometimes outwardly the apple looks good, looks fine, but when you cut it, it is rotten inside. It is bad inside. Oh, what a goodly outside falsehood hath. Falsehood, people doing cruel things, wicked things, do it under an attractive outward appearance. 3,000 ducats. It is a good round sum. It is a plenty of money. It is big money. 3 months from 12. Then let me see the rate. I want to see the rate of interest. The money required is 3,000 ducats and for a period of 3 months. Well, Shylock, shall we be beholding to you? Well, Shylock, shall we be beholding to you? Will you help us? Will you oblige us? Are you ready to provide the loan for us? Signia Antonio, Many a time and oft in the Rialto have you rated me. Rated me means insulted me, spoken bad things about me at the Rialto, about my money and my usances. You made fun of me, about my habit of taking interest, about the profit that I make. Still have I borne it with a patient shrug. I suffered all your insults, all your insulting remarks very patiently. For sufferance is the badge of all our tribe. Because Shylock as a Jew was ready to show patience. For sufferance is the badge of all our tribe. I suffered all the insults which you heaped on me at the Rialto, the stock exchange, and I suffered everything patiently. I did not retaliate. I did not insult you back. You call me misbeliever, non-believer, that is a person who does not believe in God. Cutthroat dog. Cutthroat dog means very greedy for money. You spat upon my Jewish gabardine. Gabardine is the dress of the Jews. And Antonio spat upon him. And for all use of that which is mine, mine own. You insulted me. You kicked me, you spat on me, and you did all this because I was using my own money according to my wish. And for all use of that which is mine own. Well, then it now appears you need my help. Now you have come to me for help. You have insulted me so much. Go to then. You come to me and you say, Shylock, we would have money. We need money. You say so. You that did void your room upon my beard. You spat upon my beard. And foot me as you spurn a stranger cur over your threshold. Cur is a dog. If a stray dog comes into your house, you kick it and throw the dog out of the house. So, Antonio has treated Shylock like a stray dog. Antonio has kicked him. Over your threshold means over the entrance of the house. If a stray dog has come there. Money is your suit. You're requesting for money. You want money. Your request. Suit is request. You request for money. What should I say to you? What should I tell you? Should I not say, hath a dog money? How should I reply to your request? You have insulted me so much. So, should I now say to you, how can a dog give you money? You called me a dog earlier. Is it possible a cur can lend 3,000 ducats? Is it possible for a dog to lend you 3,000 ducats? Or shall I bend low? Shall I bow down before you? And in a bondman's key, just like a servant, very slowly, very humbly bow down before you with bated breath, with very humbly and with bated breath and whispering humbleness say this, shall I bow low? Shall I humble myself before you and tell you in a very soft, low voice, with bated breath and whispering humbleness, shall I humble myself in front of you? Say this. Fair sir, that is to Antonio he is speaking. You spit on me on Wednesday last. You spurned me on such a day. Spurned me means you kicked me. Another time you called me a dog. And for these courtesies, for all this kindness which you have shown upon me, I will lend you thus much monies. What should I do? So Shylock is giving options to Antonio. Should I turn to you and say, how is it possible for a dog to lend you money? Or should I bow down humbly before you and say, because you spat upon me, because you kicked me, because you called me a dog, I am ready to give you money. What should I do? I am as like to call thee so again. to spit on thee again, to spurn thee too. If thou wilt lend this money, lend it not as to thy friend. For when did friendship take a breed for barren metal of his frame? I must like to call thee so again, to spit on thee again, to spurn thee too. If thou wilt lend this money, lend it not as to thy friend. For when did friendship take a breed for barren metal of his friend? A breed for barren metal of his friend means friends do not lend money, they do not give money or take money for the sake of interest, but lend it rather to thine enemy. You can give me money. You can give the money as if you are giving it to an enemy. But lend it rather to thine enemy, who if he break thou mayest with better face exact the penalty. And if I am not able to repay the money within the stipulated time, you can take a penalty. I am ready to be punished for it. I am ready to accept punishment if I am not able to repay the money on time. Why, look you how you storm. You are getting angry so soon. I would be friends with you and have your love. Forget the shames that you have stained me with. I am ready to forgive you. I am ready to forget all the insults that you heaped on me. Supply your present wants. I am ready to give you the money that you want, that you need now, and take no doit. I will not take even a little bit of interest. I will not take any interest at all, and take no doit. A few cents for my monies, and you will not hear me. This kind I offer.